It's dangerous out here. I'm about to go rob a train. Do people even rob trains anymore? Anyway, let's uh let's get into welcome to episode 4. Man, I'm really bad. Remember my numbers. So we had the Little Dicky, Ready to Die. Then we did Demoland. Okay, yeah, episode 4. Yeah, episode 4. 4 episodes in now, right? So this week, right, straying away from the hip hop genre because hey, I'm across everything, right? Good music is good music, regardless. Um, we're talking about Counting Crows, August, and everything after. All right. So this album came out in 1993. All right, and this is like that weird era of. I mean, it's not really pop. It's like Also you have like the Nirvana and stuff with the grunge, and then like this is right on the cusp of your Matchbox 20, your Third Eye Blind, your Alanis Morissette, right? And I think honestly, this album gets overshadowed by Alanis Morissette. So, like Alanis Morissette um, had an album. Oh man, Alanis Morissette had an album. I'm trying to. I have to use this as a reference point because I really want to say that I did not want to go to her website. I straight up pulled up her website. I gave her a hit, and I didn't even mean to do that. You know, she used to be married to Ryan Reynolds. She really was. She was married to Ryan Reynolds. But Jagged Little Pill. There we go. So Jagged Little Pill, which they actually say came out in like '93. But I know they had a lot of going, but it was released internationally in like '95. So anyway, I think but it was really weird. 'Cause she had some contract dispute stuff going on anyway. But anyway, basically, I think that album like overshadowed this album. Okay, so I listened to this album, so I remember and this is the thing, right? I talked about this in the Ready to Dive vid, and it's like when you listen to something as a kid, it processes different, right? And then when you listen to it again as I guess you said like a young adult, it processes different. Now, I'm old, I'm almost old man status, right? So when you listen to stuff now, it just impacts your mind so much differently. So here I am, my bad. Shout out to J Declan Boz, JB for short, for recommending this, right? Uh, and you go and you listen to this album, and like as I'm listening to this, like on my way to work, and then sometimes like in the house and stuff like that, like I could find nothing wrong with it. It's pristine. It's really pristine. It this album is really great, and I think it honestly doesn't get what it deserves. I think it gets overshadowed by a lot of what else was going on during the alternative era. Um, it's got 11 tracks, right? Let me count them. Right, 6, 10. I think it's 11. I want to say it's 11 tracks, and like I, usually I break things down in 3 tiers, and there isn't. Like there is no song that I don't like. There's no bad song. I let this album play continuously, and I didn't skip. I didn't even feel compelled to skip. I did not feel compelled to skip a song. I mean, this music, this album put me in a different mind state. Right? It was relaxing. It was soothing. It was carefree. There were other problems bigger than mine, and it I tried to find something wrong with it. I tried to maybe I didn't maybe the guitar was off, or maybe like the beat isn't right, or maybe so the lead singer Adam Duritz, you're like, well, maybe he's not, he's not Luther Vandross, right? He's not even Justin Timberlake. He's not, he's not singing on this like this other level. Like he's not Robin Thicke or anything, or Sam. I can't remember the guy's name. Sam White. Sam. I'm talking about Stay With Me. That guy. But it works. Like it works. It's like a guy. It's like you walk into a karaoke bar, and there's a dude up there singing a song, and you're like, you know what? I'm okay with this. Like I can mess with this. Like you're not up there making a total fool of yourself, but maybe I don't know how you got. I don't know if you get a record deal, but I'm okay with this. Hey man, sing another song, and he just keeps singing, and it's like it's something about his voice that goes. It's like everyone in that room, in that band, is in sync, and they all know what their role is, and they're playing it perfectly. And he is singing using his natural voice, not using autotune, not using anything, right? And his voice will crack sometimes, but it's fine, right? And he's just singing, and it's good stuff. It's great lyrics. I don't know what it is about the song, Mr. Jones and Me. Like, I don't know what it is about that song, but it's good. It's fucking good. There are 3 songs that were not at the top of my list, but they're not bad. They're not bad. The other songs, the other not shit 8. The other eight are just great. They're just great. And those 3 are just they're good. Like they're good. They're just not great. Like so, I'll talk about the 3 that are in the middle. So it's like Perfect B&B, which is like perfect Blue Buildings. I mean, I still like the song Anna Begins. I still like that song, and then Time After Time Again. Like I said, I still like these songs, but the thing crazy though, they're in the middle of the album and they're all right after each other, and I think maybe that's just a mood because there's Mr. Jones, which is kind of a little bit more upbeat and everything, and then they hit you with those 3 to kind of bring you back down, and then Rain King like brings you back up again, right? And so maybe it's that, maybe it's just just the way that it brings you down and then picks you back up. And I noticed that that's the album. The album starts here, it goes down a little bit, it kind of levels out, and then it picks you back up again. And it's actually like perfectly sculpted to do that. Now, the songs the 8 that are great. Round Here. So actually, I'm not even going to talk about. I'm going to give you. I try to give up my top 5 songs, right? So, but I couldn't round up to 5, so I made 6, and then, after that, it's like kind of a whatever. But Round Here, Omaha, and Mr. Jones, like Round Here, Omaha, Mr. Jones, in that order. Like they start the album off in a perfect way, and it really boosts you up. I mean, we're talking about good lyrics, we're talking about good flow, we're talking about good songs, we're talking about good band synchronization, everything. And then there's that gap with the other 3 songs, right? And then we have Rain King, Sullivan Streak, and Raining in Baltimore. Raining in Baltimore is really odd. It reminds me of like some Bruce Springsteen-esque, and this album actually kind of gives me some of that feel a little bit. It gives me some of that feel, like it just the way that the band is playing. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying that Bruce Springsteen is a legend. Everybody knows the boss, right? But like, what I'm saying is like there's a hint of that. Like maybe there's some inspiration in that. So that's my 6. 6. This I really tried to find something wrong with it because the thing is like Counting Crows. The 2 songs that I could always remember from a kid hearing on the radio were Mr. Jones and Long December, right? And I really never ever tuned into any of the other stuff. And I think maybe like when I was young, I might have heard like other bits of the album or whatever. But then like this is the first time I can honestly say, and this album came out in '93, right? That I sat down and gave this album an honest listen from top to bottom several times over, and I just couldn't find anything. I got to the point where I tried, or I was like, "There's something wrong with it. There's got to be a bad song." No, there isn't. There isn't a bad song. There is not a bad song. So I don't want to say this album is perfect, but it's damn near. It's legitimately damn near perfect for, especially like in the alternative genre. Like there's only a couple other albums I would put up against this to say they're damn near perfect. Alanis Morissette, Jagged Little Pill is one of them, right? And I think that's why this album gets a little overshadowed. And there's some other ones out there I'd have to like go back and look into the '90s, right? It was a long fucking time ago, man. Long time. Um, there we go. Okay, so apparently water with lemon is really good for you. It does something to your body, helps you like, you know, maintain your weight and stuff like that. Because we all been gaining weight during the quarantine period. You know what I mean? It's just it was what it is. Shit inside the house, sitting in this chair. I'm doing videos and stuff like, um, yeah. I'm running, I'm doing push-ups and stuff like that. But like, I've also been eating and watching and binge watching seasons of stuff like Homeland and whatnot. But anyway, and listening to good music, and this is good music. So even if you're a hip hop fan, but if you consider yourself a person that likes good music, I would recommend this, especially if you grew up in the late '80s and the '90s. I think that this will take you back to that time period, and you'll remember what the '90s was like. The '90s wasn't really that bad. I mean, there was some shit going on, but it really wasn't that bad, right? Definitely better than now, for sure. Yeah. I mean, no, don't get me wrong. Some horrible shit happened in the '90s. I mean, I can name a horrible. You got the World Trade Center, Columbine shooting, shit like that. But like, I mean, I think like pound for pound, like the '90s was all right. Not a bad decade. Uh, I would listen to this though, even if you're not an alternative fan, even if you're not usually outside the hip hop genre. I would. Oh God. I would give this a shot. I would give it a shot. So it's called Counting Crows. August and everything after. If you have iTunes Music, obviously you can listen to it for free. Spotify. You probably find it on YouTube and stream it and stuff like that, right? So anyway, uh, like I said, I couldn't find something bad. I really tried. So once again, whether you like the content or you hate the content, whether you like me or you can't stand me, just remember to like, comment, subscribe. You can upvote or you can downvote, right? I can be famous or I can be infamous. All right. And then make sure if you've got a recommendation for something else I should do, make sure that you drop that recommendation in the comments. All right. Tell your friends and tell a friend, tell another friend. Okay. So, back to it being a long December with Mr. Jones and me. Enough if there's. Oh, God. I'm still hung up on this album because it's really good. Peace.